Hello guys, and welcome back. Today I will comment the 8th round of the 28th Grand Hotel Adriatico International Festival, and together we will watch and comment on Zach and Kostya games. Kostya is currently leading the standings with 5.5 points of 7 games played, and today he plays against an Italian guy, Valerio Carnicelli. I'm Italian, so I know Valerio. He was the Italian Blitz champion in 2023 in front of several gems, and currently he beat some players that are on the Olympic Games. This year he will play the Italian Championship after playing the Mitropa Cup on February. He played the French defense, so let's get ready to see which of the main lines of the French defense will be played. Zach is also playing a great tournament. He is currently in the middle of the standings with 3.5 points, and today he played against GM Stefan Juric. Stefan even talked, he's a Serbian player, but he is very well known in Italy because he played many tournaments around the country. So we have seen Steven play the Caro-Kann or play e5 during the tournament after e4. So let's see what will be played today. We almost are in the end of the tournament. This is the 8th round, so there are only two rounds left before the end. And Kostya currently has 1 point advantage over the second. So the second is the GM, Spanish GM Daniel Lille, and Kostya draw against him maybe during the second round. In the last round, Zach won an incredible match in an incredible way the game seems really draw. They are in the end game, and the game was really draw, but his opponents had no time, so Zach immediately took an advantage after a bad mistake that his opponent said. Is there a chance for Kostya to get a norm? I don't quite understand how many points do you need. It's important two things. The points, but I think it's okay for Kostya because he made 5.5, so I think it's okay. But I don't know if his performance is up to 2600. So let's see at the end of the tournament if it's okay. But I think could be okay because depend which are the costly opponents. So let's see. So Kostya, if draw today, will win the game. So seems too good for him. Um, yesterday, yesterday Kostya won the game too with another Italian guy, Alejandro Beliman. So let's see today game. Okay, guys, I have to set up the board, the camera um, for Zach and Kostya. So they play in Italy, and they played a very good tournament because they had so many points, 5.5 and 3.5. I played with Zach and Kostya during the Maya tournament, the previous tournament that they played before playing in Italy. So seems good for them. For me, because I didn't play against them during the streamers blitz because we played a streamer blitz. Yeah. Thank you. I'm Luca from Italy. We played yes in Maya, but I don't play against them during the streamer blitz. We played 6 rounds and we was like in 12 players, and I didn't play against Zach and Kostya, but that was okay. I played a really good football match with them, very good players, but better with chess. Okay. The camera is okay, but I need some minutes before because um, it's n- it's important to don't show up the camera before 15 minutes in this tournament. In Maya was 10 minutes for the cheating. So in like 10 minutes we will see the camera too. So Valerio is the player against Kostya. He's a very good player. He's very young, and but he played very good. And I think it's not so easy for Kostya, but I think it could draw because the draw is a good result for him. Is a good performing according to chess results. I guess that depends on the average of rating of. Yeah, of course. Because for example, I made an example. If tomorrow, if Kostya play against like 1700, it's impossible. But if he play against a 1700, his average player's rating um, was less than today. So I don't know if he can get the norm, but maybe. And I don't know if there is a minimum number of players that he had to play GM, of course, that he have to play to get a norm. But I think he played to some GM, so I think it's good for him. And they said me that the weather was not good, and in Italy the weather is not so good because like 1 week ago we had like 30 degrees during the tournament, during the tournament, the other in every day. But during this week, the weather was too bad because it's like 18 degrees, so more than 10 degrees less. So not so good, not so good. But Montesilvano is like in the middle of Italy, and he's on the seaside, so the weather is always good. So, guys, some minutes and we will see how the games is going. So, but for example, if I would like to see on chess results, let me do one thing. I would like to see on chess results, um, Grand Hotel. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I would like to show up you the details of the tournament because Kostya is so close to 25,000, 2,500. He play against two GMs. He draw against the Spanish and he draw against the Croatian GM. So I think it's important to see which the next opponent of Kostya to see if can get the norm. So he is gained like 14 points, so that's good. But forget the GM title, he need to be like 2500 ELO rating, so that's important. He can get the title, but he needs also the points to get the norm, the title. And this is Kostya, and um, let's see. Let's see. Zach. Zach. Oh, Zach and Kostya played. Oh, I saw Zach and Kostya played in the first game, and Kostya won. Zach lost against that Latvia player on the round three, and against a GM. So today he has to win against the next GM because the GM is I know him, but he's a very old guy. He's like 70 years old, so not so good, and he's losing many points because he's very old. So it's like 2200 at the moment, but he's always a good player, always a good player. But they are playing a very good tournament because Zach, if I remember correctly, was the number six of the tournament, and now he's in the top of the tournament. And Zach was like no, the 16 of 20 players, so it's like in 10th position. So very good for him. Very good for him. Now let's see how the last two rounds go on, to see if they can get a lot of points or not so lot of points, because I think they gain some few elo points during the end of the tournament. So guys, we are ready to start, like 2 minutes and we can start. But I can play I can say about Valerio because I really know him, and he's like 2500 hero rating. He is a 4.5 points during this tournament, but I think he could be really an international master because now he is a FIDE master, but he is playing so good during the last 1 or 2 years, and I think he can get the EM title. So let's see. Hello, hello. I'm 73. What do you mean? No, 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 I'm joking. You can be great to play chess, but it's normal that you lose points when you get too old. Every person is in this way. So it's not only for you, and it's not only for the gem that Zach played today. That's good. I was joking, of course. Okay, guys. Like 1 minute and we can start. A few times ago, I played against like a 80 years old guy that he was a FIDE master, but he had like 1800 points. He lost too many points during the last year, the last years. So it's strange seems like FIDE Master or International Master or other title players with a totally different points. For example, a gem like 2100, it's totally strange to see, but that's okay. The title don't change. So when you get the title, it's okay. You can go to 100 elo rating, but it's okay. The title don't change. Salute, salute. Okay, guys, 15 minutes and we can so the live too. No. So we can see Zach in the two camera. Yeah. I'm very well, thank you. And you too? Yeah, I think he could ask to the um, to the staff to do not that because I think um, maybe sometimes anyone can get any problem. So I think it's like one of the things. So let's see. I saw Valerio play the French defense and he played knight f6. Of course. You don't know, but it's always, always like this. Because, for example, I prepared with any any opening during the Maya, and my opponent play absolutely not the line that I studied. So totally strange. So um, so let's see. The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. Oh, Zach and the GM play very fast, play a lot of moves. Kostya took the center with the three pawns, and the Valerio played c5 to take the pawn in d4. So let's see if um, Kostya played d5 or something else. Maybe he could play the knight in f3. He could play d takes in c5. I don't know. It's too many lines. It's not so different because I think um, it's they Costa I think need to see which is her repertory to play in this position. So let's see what he will play. In the Zach opening is very strange because he is like plus 0.8 in the opening in move 7. So I think he can get a lot of space with this pawn because he can play, for example, a6. He can play knight f6. So there are a lot of space that Zach gained in the opening. So that really good for him. Really good for him. So the GM play Queen b6, and you can see the line of the position is 1.2 for the white. So really strange. Really strange because now we can play h3, and Zach is seeing the position. Wow. Yeah, it's a really strange move. Really strange move. I don't know, because I think it's not a preparation that the GM done in this way, because um, Zach could play h3 and he can feel good in his position, because for example, if take, no, it's the white, h3, castle. Oh, he castle here. He castle. Okay. But for example, to play this knight, it's very bad for the black because he had to move in this position and make this move too, because I don't know if there are other moves that he can do. Guys, I have to set up some things because It's not in the exactly seconds when they played, so just a few moments, guys. Okay. So, Costa played the D5 move. That seems good because the black can play the knight in C6. So you have to make other moves. In that position, sometimes I play also the queen in D2 and push the pawn in H5 to push to the um, the castle. But in this position, it's not so good because, for example, his opponent play H6, so now he can retreat the bishop. Oh wow, the GM play another strange move. He played A6. Oh, maybe I have to uh, do this. Okay. Another strange move, A6, because the white now can play this and go in this position. So now I think in the Kostya match, I think he can play the bishop. I don't know if in H4 seems good, but I don't think seems good. I think it's better in another position. Yeah, he had to retreat the bishop, of course, but seems always good because sometimes I don't know which is the correct move because maybe okay, he played the bishop in f4 and the opponent play very fast a6. But maybe sometimes he no, he couldn't play now the queen in d2 because the black could play g6, g5, of course, and the bishop it's not so good. Um, now, if the white doesn't take the pawn, maybe the black could play also e5 without the en passant in this way. So maybe maybe also the e5 it's not so bad for the white, but can play, for example, the knight in f3, so I can develop the pieces, and the black could spend two times to play e6 and e5, so that's so good. That's a lot of theory. Yeah, 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 of course. But for example, in the Zach opening, I think it's not absolutely not a theory because he had a lot of space And for example, see the black bishop for the black in the Zach match is very bad, very bad. He can't play in G7. So I don't know, for example, if the black would like to play F6, but it's bad for castling in that position. So maybe long castle. But it's not so good anyway because, for example, if the black play f6, the white doesn't take, and if the black take with the pawn and open the columns, so seems good for the white anyway. So maybe the GM, a GM is always a GM, so maybe he know what he's doing, but it's strange to understand in this position because the piece it's a king's Indian. The Zach match, yep. Um, in the Zach match, it's a modern defense, and in the Kostya is king's Indian, of course. Oh, he played. Oh, he played the queen in c1, so he can attack the bishop in h6. And now I think the black or play g5 or play something like king's h7. King h7 it seems good because in sometimes in that position has been played king h7. Maybe it's better than g5. But in the Kostya match, it's all theory in this position. All theory, of course. And I think also Zach prepared a very good match because he's in a very good position against the GM. And I know a GM is always a GM, and sometimes you can get any points if you prepare so good. And it's always a long tournament, so maybe all people can feel uh, tired after too many rounds, and Zach could win now. We are only in the opening, but he also is more than 1.0 up to his opponent. So really strange, but not so bad. Okay, I have to take off the evaluation, of course, in this position. So let's see the game. Okay, now they have to think. Zach is thinking too much because maybe he knows in a really good position, and Zach burned time looking for a trap that isn't there in a strange position. Yeah, of course, but I think it's always good thinking in that position because could be something that his opponent can lose. I know it's a GM and it's difficult that a GM made some mistakes like that, but maybe sometimes because for example, I think okay, he played the knight in e4. He played the knight in e4, so attack the queen. He retreat the queen. in c7. So playing now the knight in c5, it's not so good because the black could play easily b6. So he can attend. He can attend, for example, the move b5, but I don't know if he play b5 because it's not so good because the knight go to c5 in that way. Well done, as to trust himself here. Yeah. And for example, oh, the black takes in d5 in Kostya position. So he could take with the e pawn or c pawn. What's the difference? If he takes with the e pawn, he open the e file, so can get any attacks for like rook e8 and attack the bishop, so the white can castle. But if it takes with the c pawn, it can open the diagonal to the white bishop. It seems maybe good, but pay attention because, for example, the black bishop of the black in Zach game could easily attack the c3 knight. h3 to find out what it is. Yeah, maybe he could play h3 to see if the black would like to trade the bishop. But if he trade the bishop, the black bishop, it's very bad. We said before, so the black I think have to spend too many moves to play the black bishop in a really good position. Maybe if oh, he played h3, he played h3, of course. Okay, in the Zach match, the black play, of course, the king in h7, and Kostya played really fast knight f3, so he can develop all the pieces. The black have to develop the two pieces, the knight in b8 and the bishop in c8. So let's see if he played, for example, the bishop in g5, in g4 to attack the knight, or I don't know because, for example, the knight in d7 blocked the bishop, so that's not so good. In the Zach match, h3 is really good because he tried to trade the bishop with the knight and take the pair of the bishop. So seems good for him, of course. And the engine said Zach is good. Oh, he trade. Okay, let's see if the white can trade with the rook or with the queen. Because, for example, if he trade with the rook, he can also play. Okay, he can trade with the queen. Okay, no, no doubt for Zach. So, Costa, I think, would like to castle in this position, or maybe sometimes in some position could play h4 and knight g5 check. It's really strange sacrifice because, for example, um, the black take the knight, it's h taking g5 check, and for example, if the black move the knight in h5 could play g5 g4 to attack the knight too, and it's a little strange. Okay, the GMs against Zach play knight in d7, knight in d7. So now can the Zach can play the knight in c5, but I think it's not. It wasn't an idea for him. Which was the moves that Zach could play in this position? For example, he could play b3, b3 to develop the bishop too. Yeah, b3, bishop a3 maybe to. But I think the black don't castle, but long castle for it. I think it's better long castle in this way because the line in the king side was too open and the attack can arrive easily. But a3 is a it's a good move, so that seems okay. Okay, let's see, for example, in the Kostya match, what the black can play. We said, for example, bishop g4 or knight d7. Kostya looks to be in a lot of trouble with the open e-file and having not castle. Yeah, I think he can castle in the next move because okay, it's in a trouble because the black could play rook e8. It's okay, but also Kostya could castle, for example, because the bishop is defended by the knight. No one can attack the knight, so seems good for him. Or maybe could play like queen d2, but I don't know if it's so good. Queen d2 or long castling, play the rook in g1 and push the pawn g and h. I think if I was in Kostya position, I'll do that. But I know it's absolutely not good. Maybe in a blitz game. Maybe in a blitz game, I'll do that. Yeah, because sometimes the ideas in this position is playing the G and H rooks and push the pawn because the king is not so safe in that position. But but there are so many troubles because you go all in that case. So maybe Kostya would like to not go all in because he can win the tournament if he draw today. No, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. You have to win. You have to win, not draw. Because if his opponent win, he had only half point. No, 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 no. He need to win. He need to win. Sorry. Oh, the DGMs passed 1 hour and 30 minutes now because he played a blitz game before that, and he played a blitz game, but he's in a losing position. He's Yeah, of course. I'll show you the link. Let me check. Um, Let me check. This is not the. Tell me if you see the link, but it's not the leaderboard, but you can easily find that. Okay, Zach played b3. Zach played b3, so it's feeling good, I think. because the his piece is playing too good, too good. And I think he can develop the bishop in the next move. The black, I think, had some problems. I think he can castle in this position or play the knight in a7, but the play no, maybe the knight in e7 to play the knight in f5, but I don't know if it's so good. Okay, of course. Valerio played rook e8 to attack the bishop, to attack the bishop in e2. So, so what Kostya can do in this position? Maybe castle, maybe castle. Castling is a good idea here because the bishop is defended by the knight. So I think he'll play castle in less than a minute. Because, for example, if the black play something like knight g5, g4 to attack the knight, the white could take with the pawn. Okay, castle. E castle. Okay, I said in less than a minute, and it's like less than a minute. Okay, the GM played knight in b6. To attack the white knight. Um, if Zach take the knight, I think the black could take with the e pawn, because take open the e file, and he can also play c5 too. So his pawn could play so well in that position. So I think it's not a good idea for Zach taking the knight in this position, but he can also play something like knight c3. I know there are not a lot of moves that the knight in c3 could done after that, but hmm, other moves like knight b2, c3 could be an idea. Oh, he plays so fast the knight in c4, in c5. And the black play fast knight in e6. But I don't know if the GM know that it's not a blitz match. It's not a blitz match because he played all the moves in like 10 seconds, and he had 1 hours and 27 minutes, like 27 minutes. So really strange. Okay, Valerio played b5 to attack the pawn. So there is a lot of pressure now for Costa because he could trade, but the D and B pawn uh, will be not so good. if if he takes. Maybe he can play b3 to defend the pawn, but the black could play b5 to attack the knight, and if the white move the knight, the rook can take in a2. So not so good. Not so good because, for example, in this position, the white have to play only two moves that are or defend the bishop. So when the black move in b5, b5, b4, sorry, he can move easily the knight. Okay. So in the Zach game, I think Zach could play a4 to attack the knight, I think. But I think the black have no plans in this position. Maybe could play the knight in f5 to attack the d4 pawn. Yeah, could be an idea, and I think Zach in this position had to play bishop take, or he can find a way to don't allow to play the knight in f5, but it's really difficult because I think, of course, g5 it's not allowed in that position because it's really, really dangerous. Could be an idea if he played, for example, before the bishop in a3, g5, take, rook in, king in g2, and rook in h1, but it's really dangerous. Okay, Kostya played the rook in a1 to defend the bishop. So if the black would like to attack the knight in that position, for example, playing b5, the white could move the knight without problem, and that seems so good for him now. Seems so good. And also, if, for example, let me think, the black could play a bad move like knight d7. Now the white could trade, could take the pawn in b5 with the knight, so he will be in a good position. So they are thinking a lot in the Zach. Zach is thinking too much, but it's the correct way because after the move 40, they get all 30 minutes more. So seems good because uh, they are at move 13 at the moment. So they need a lot of moves, but seems good for now. Okay, and in the Kostya game, in the Kostya game, I think he can He can trade. He can take in, for example, the black could take in b in c4, bishop take, rook take, queen take. Seems not so bad. No bonus at move 40. Oh, oh, just the 30-second increment. Oh, oh, really bad. I love the 30 minutes at move 40. So let's see if the black take in c4, white take, rook take, queen take, and the white had a queen in the e file, but not so good, not so bad in really drawing position. Drawing position. Okay, Zach played bishop b2. Hmm. Maybe to defend the pawn in d5, in d4, when the black played the knight in f5. So he could not trade his bishop to the knight and allow him to play other moves. But hmm, for example, if the black could play the knight in f5, the white could play maybe, I'm not so sure, c4. Okay, I think in the Kostya game, it's all theory now and before, of course. And the Zach game is a little bit different from the others. He could also push the pawn A, if, for example, the black play knight f5. But the real problem for the black is the black bishop, because he have to spend like two moves to find a good square where the bishop play. But I have no idea if in the Zach game the black could play other lines better than b takes in c4. I don't know. But his opponent is thinking very much, because maybe he's thinking to play b4, but there is a knight b4, knight b5, sorry, knight b5, and after that attacking the d6 pawn, and seems difficult for the black defend that pawn. He can also play a6 to defend the pawn, but I think he can take. Okay, d5, d4, no, d5. It's not so good, but he had 1 pawn more, so he's always good. I have no idea about other plans that the black could play in this position. So I don't know why the black is thinking too much. I know it's not so easy. It's a difficult game, okay, but mm, In that game, uh, we talked about knight f5, but the black could play other moves, I think. And I think the other moves could be like the bishop in f8 to let the bishop play in a good position, or playing like knight d7 to find to trade the knight, because the white knight is better than the black knights. So if they trade, it's better for the black. But the black have to spend a lot of times to make only some exchange, not make some strange moves or take an advantage, or um, something that could let him win the game. He's moved like one, two, or three moves only to go in a drawing position, but the white can play also anyway, so of course. But oh, he played h5. h5. h5, I think it's for playing like knight f5, and after that knight g3 without problems. But it's two moves, and now I think the white can play c4, I think. But it's a really, really strange move, h6, because the black pieces is not playing in really good position. So the only one playing that is playing the knight in f5 and g3 is two knight moves only to attack the rook, okay, and put the knight in a really good position. But I think the black could think he can also play other better moves, maybe. He played a4. Okay, a4. He pushed the pawn to attack the knight. But I think now, or maybe later, he will play the knight in d7, of course. Of course, because the other, for example, c8, it's not an option because the the d6 square is protected by the pawn. Okay, the black plays knight f5. Okay, so I think the plane of the black is really playing the knight in g3. So let's see what Kostya think to do in this position, because he can play he can play a5 to attack the knight, d7. Hmm. Okay, and in the Kostya game, the black played b takes in c4, sorry. So of course he had to play the bishop taking c4, and let's see if the black would like to trade the rooks, and he would like to trade the queens too. Oh no, he played knight d2, so wouldn't like to trade the rooks, and he attacks the pawn in c4 with the knight. Maybe now the black could play the bishop in a6 to defend the pawn, and develop a piece. So, mm, seems good, seems theory. I think it's theory. I think it's theory. Okay, the GM left the game and walked around to the other chessboard. He don't spend the time on the chessboard, but he spend the time to see the other guys. Oh wow! Hey, Jibbyfish, welcome back. So so we said about a5 for the white to attack the knight and let trade the knight maybe. But I think, oh, he can play a5, knight d7, and maybe play b4 too. So, so if the black would trade the, I like Zachary position. Me too. Absolutely, absolutely. He play against a GM, but he is playing very good, and he played a very good opening. He played a lot of very good moves. And the only plan for the black is playing knight g3. But there are not other pieces that can support the knight in g3, so you can maybe only move the rook, like in c1, for example, to play the pawn in c4 and the attack of the GM and in that position. He couldn't also play f6 because then the knight takes in e6. Very good for Zach. We talked about e5, but let's see other moves that the white could do. Which other moves the white could do in this position? I think g4. Hmm. Ah, no. G4 it's not so good because the black could play the knight in a3 and attack the rook and the queen too. I think the only one thing that yeah. Yeah, of course. He don't anything. He don't anything because he moved the rook in c1 and played the rook in a good good position, so he can also push the pawn in c4. Seems good. I think another moves for the white here is playing like a bishop takes in f5 in x5, but I don't know. Could be good for the white because he lose the the bishops. So yeah, but for example, I think a, a person could think a lot after e5, knight in d7, because you have to think to play like bishop to f5 or b5, b4. Not so good, not so good, not so good. And for example, if the knight in f5 moving in g3, okay, it's maybe a little dangerous. But if the knight stay in b4, he's attacking the d4 pawn. So Zach could not move the black bishop. in that position. Okay, he could play like c3 and move the bishop. Okay, but it's two-time moves. I hope Kostya doesn't want to draw. No, 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 no. I don't think he would like to draw. Of course, he could play for a GM norm maybe. So, absolutely not. I don't see if he could take a norm of a GM because depends about his opponent and one play. No, 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 no. A GM norm, you can get it. To get it, you have um, to play like 2600 during a tournament, and you have to play against a minimum number of gems, but I don't remember how much is that. And of course, he had to take 2500 points to get the title, but for the normies, it's not important, of course. So, Costa, Costa's been playing out of his mind. That is great. Yeah, but I think um, I don't know if it's like two or three GMs or four. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm sorry, but I don't remember about that. I think, but Costa would like to trade the pawn, of course, with the knight because with the knight he can attack also the d6 pawn, and he can also attack the d3 pawns with the knight and the bishop. So it's easily if he took the c4 pawn with the knight attacking the d6 pawn and get the d6 pawn. So let's see what the black do. Yeah, nice position. Yeah, but in that position, I think the black could play the bishop in a6 to defend the pawn, because the knight for the black is not so good. Oh, I'll show you. I'll show you. It's in Italian, so maybe you don't understand about that. It's Questioni di Tecnica, and it's a book from Jacob Bagard, and he talked about the finals and is really really good, really good. But now I'm studying some theory about some openings, but that destroyed me during the Maya tournament, so I would like um, to improve better about that. Oh, he played e5 and the black played knight d7. Okay, now here we are. There are yeah, I love that book. I love that book. Um, in that position, the white could play like only two moves. The first one is trade the bishop to the knight, but maybe could be good. Maybe I saw it before, doesn't seems good. But for example, if the black take with the g pawn, it totally open the g file, and that could be a great move or not because the black could long castling and play g8 rook, the rook that now in e4. Oh, he played c4. Okay, I would like to say the other good move maybe could be before to defend the night, but I think Zach have. Can you send a link for that book? I could find it on Amazon. Let me the let me check. Is bishop a3 a good move? Oh, bishop a oh we they trade some pieces. So yeah, maybe could be a good move, but mm, I think the black could play b6 to attack the pawn. Not now, of course. Not so sure. But they play knight takes in c5. And Zach, okay, the engine said there is like a draw position, but Zach had a really good pawns because, for example, if now the black trade in c4, the white could take with the bishop and play b4 after that. And if he pushed the pawn, for example, in d5, d4, the white could play also b4 and b5 to push the pawn to the queen side. So I have to check the link, of course. Um, just a second. Because I think in English the title of that book is totally different, and I don't know if the the cover will be the same. So let me check. Jacob Agard. Oh, he take the pawn. Okay, so maybe the white had to play bishop take. Okay, take with the bishop and could play b4 after that. So Zach had a really good pawn. He need also to play some rooks in d1, maybe to take the d file, and seems good because I think he can also play a long moves like bishop d4, take the knight, play rook d1 and play rook d6. Okay, it's a lot of moves, I know, but could be great for the white. Okay, in English the name of that book is just a second. The name in English is Excelling at Technical Chess. Excelling at Technical Chess. So I'll write to you. Maybe let me check if it's the same. This one. Oh, oh, Kostya draw. Kostya draw the game. Kostya draw the game. Oh, let me check if the number two of the ranking draw the game too. I don't know how to find that because on chess.com, yeah. Because maybe he could draw the game because the second one draw the game, but it's not only the only thing that could be. Um, no, no, no. The number two of the tournament is playing against a 2000 player, and the game it's like 0.0. But with the draw, Kostya is on the top of the tournament before the last round. So it's a little bit strange. I don't thought they draw, but could be okay. So no, why? Why? But I think it's in a draw position. Maybe he thought he had to make too many takes, and the game will go to the end game easily. Okay, Zach played Rook D1. I said him to play Rook D1, and he played Rook D1. He can also had a good pair of bishops. He can also play like B4 to add three great pawns and put all the rooks in the files. Seems good for him. Let's see the Kostya game, all the Kostya game. Hey Kostya, hey Kostya, welcome to your channel. Okay, 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 okay. Um, I call you on Discord. Okay. Okay, in a second we have Kostya with us. Um, Oh, the Black Castle. Black Castle. Black Castle. Okay. On the Zach game. On the Zach game. Castle. And now. Hello.
Oh,
Hello, hello. What's happened?
hey, not much. How are you?
Uh,
The
uh,
new pair.
okay. Just a second. Hello, Kostya.
Hey, how's it going?
I
Can you hear
I'm
me okay?
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Great.
I'm showing the game of Zach, and now I think his opponent made a big mistake.
Oh, Zach
Yeah.
doing well?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like 2+8 on the engine.
Yeah, he was looking very nice. I mean, this is his chance to beat his first grandmaster. It's a big
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah. And I also saw you watch this game too many times. And what do you think about the game?
Well, it's a very interesting, game. It's like this guy that he's playing is basically, I think he's maybe semi-retired and
Mm,
he's playing very quickly and he kind of just plays by hand, just by feeling. So it's very interesting how this game will go because Zach, of course, he likes to calculate a lot,
mm-hmm,
and we'll see. We'll see if he's able to trick the guy somehow. But the last position I just saw on the screen looked great. So, like White has Rook D6 coming soon, and just looks
mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Yeah, because now the black castle, so the black I think couldn't play like bishop f8 to attack the rook in d6. So the white could um, play the other rook in d1. Maybe it could be great for him.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. Sorry, I'm just plugging in my computer so I can open up
Yeah,
the
yeah,
uh,
don't
the
worry.
stream. But yeah, basically, okay. Everything went according to plan for me today.
Hmm.
And as is tradition, when you make a quick draw, you have to join the commentary. That's my so I don't know if people are upset that I made the draw, but it is the tournament situation really called for it. I'm leading by a full point.
Yeah, 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 I know. I also saw your opponent, the second on the tournament, how he's doing now, and it's in a draw position because he's playing against a 2000 guy, and I don't know, but they are in a totally draw position at the moment.
Which game is that?
The GM, the Spanish GM, the second on the tournament.
Okay, okay, great. I mean, I'm expecting him to win the game, but anyways, if he draws, that's even better.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And the other thing, it's a small tournament, so
Mm.
basically at this point I'm almost out of opponents. I've played everyone at the top.
Oh, yeah.
So last round will be interesting with the pairings because and Alcina as well. He's played pretty much every one of the top guys. So it's like it's not clear who they will even pair him against in the last round.
A guy asked you, what's up with your haircut?
Yes, yes. I usually don't do this like soccer thing that I've got going on, but I've always wanted this cut, And when in Rome, I mean, why not, right? Why not? So far,
So,
I'm 2 out of 3 with the hair. One win, two
mm,
draws.
mm.
Um, uh, but yeah, okay. Sorry, I just opened up the stream. So okay, I'm seeing Zach's position now. Actually, if you want, we can discuss the game. I'm happy to share um, some thoughts. I had some uh, I had some interesting preparation today
Mm, mm.
against the Kings Indian.
I saw to your followers that Valerio, I know Valerio because he's an Italian chess blitz champion, yeah, and
Ah,
he played so many times the French defense, and today he played knight f6.
what I saw,
Oh,
he's
oh, oh.
me a draw
Sorry,
because I thought basically he wouldn't. Oh, connection bad.
yeah,
Yeah, sorry. The Wi-Fi is not amazing here.
don't worry, don't worry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm,
Um,
no,
so you don't hear me? Let me turn. Maybe video. Let's see. How about now? Is that any better? Turn off the video.
no, 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 no. Um, Guys, just a moment that I have to connect to Kostya in another way because there are a little bit problem, but no, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. And after that, we will see the game, his game, and the Zach game because he's in a really good position at the moment. Just a minute, guys. Yeah. Okay. Seeing the game of Zach, he played Rook d1, castle, Bishop c3, maybe to defend the pawn. And now, and now, I think the black needs to trade the rooks. Because if it don't trade the rooks, the white double the rooks in the d file. Play something like rook maybe d1 and rook d2 and d1 too. So seems good for him. But for example, if he played rook f8 to e8, he can also sacrifice the rook, playing like rook d6, because if the black take with the knight, he can also take with the pawn and go to a fast queen. Maybe. Mm, it's a difficult here for the black because he had no plans. He had a very bad bishop in this way. Really good for Zach. Hello, just a second. Okay, okay. Hello, Kostya.
Hello, hello. How's the connection?
Good. Now is good.
Ah, perfect.
So, would you like to talk about your game or that game?
Yeah, I thought I could just briefly share the story of the game if people
Okay.
are interested.
Oh,
Basic,
Valerio, I told you, is the Italian champion of Blitz champion in
right?
2023, and he play also the Mitropa Cup, a competition in Europe with Italy. He's a really good player, and he played French defense every time. So today, you and him played a totally different game. So I was not prepared about it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, actually, I played him in Blitz yesterday because there was a Blitz event,
Oh, okay.
and and we drew our game,
Oh,
and we ended up both tying for first with 7.5.
oh. And you
So
decided to
I'm
draw.
happy to hear I drew with the Blitz champion.
Yeah, the Italian Blitz champion, yeah.
He's quite strong. I mean, I was looking at his games. He's regular King's Indian player like me,
Mm, mm,
and he's quite sharp.
mm,
Um, so no, basically going into the game, I was definitely satisfied with a draw, just given the tournament situation.
mm,
I think this is like I don't know, the pragmatic approach. Um, and I was actually well prepared in this one until uh, basically until his last move, Bishop B7. I knew the position
mm.
by heart.
Yeah, but
Um,
I think if you continue the game, you trade some pieces. I know maybe. So you take with the bishop, take the queen, the rook, take the rook.
um, yeah, I think if this was a different situation or earlier in the tournament, then definitely I would have played on because I knew his move Bishop B7 is not supposed to be the best one, and that white should go Knight C4.
Mm-hmm,
And I imagine that position is good for white, but yeah, it's hard, when I think when you have a game plan, I think it's kind of important to stick to it.
mm,
Um, I mean, of course, if he blundered a piece or a pawn or something, then I would take it and try to win. But yeah, I felt the position is still complicated enough that it's not so clear.
mm.
Even though okay, white is better, but yeah, in my mind, I was always kind of okay with a draw, and I feel like I don't know, I for me it works better to just follow the plan. Like if you're okay with a draw, then and you have a chance to make a draw, you should go ahead and make it, right? I think where people can go wrong sometimes is they don't know what they're playing for. Are they playing for a draw or a win? And then they do a little bit of both and they end up losing usually because you kind of confuse yourself.
Okay, okay.
Um,
So it's good for you, the draw today.
yeah, definitely. Um, it was kind of yeah, not that I wasn't ready to fight. I was totally ready to fight given what my opponent was going to do. Of course, he's a King's Indian player, so I expected we would have a long game. But yeah, given the chance to get a half point, I felt this was too good to pass up.
Okay, okay. Um, I can take your game, and would you like to comment something? And after that, we will see to the game of Zach. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay, just a moment that I take the game. So, how is in the Montesilvano?
Montesilvano is very nice. We're enjoying ourselves here. We're right on the beach,
Okay.
so it's like a beautiful location. They feed us delicious Italian food every day.
Oh, I saw your
Uh,
Instagram stories.
yeah, it's amazing. I mean, they've got this restaurant here, and then for lunch and for dinner, we get two courses. So we start with a pasta course usually, usually, and then we get like a main course as well. And then they have like a salad bar and dessert. Normally at a restaurant, I would just order one plate of food and that would be enough for me. But here it's like we get 2 courses for lunch and then 2 courses for dinner. So they're really spoiling us. And
Seems
there's like
good.
wine available too. So far, Zach and I haven't participated. We don't really drink during tournaments, but
Mhm.
there is wine available for anyone that's curious.
Seems good. Seems good. Next time I play too.
I would totally recommend the event. I don't know if you've played here before, if you know the organizer, but they're very nice and they run a good tournament. The boards are fantastic. Like, okay, we play on the DGT boards, but the rest of the players they get to play on these like very nice wooden sets
Okay.
that they have. So it's very enjoyable. Last night we were playing Blitz on the wooden sets, and they're fantastic. I think okay for Europeans maybe this is a simple pleasure, but in the U.S. they forget about wooden boards. They don't even provide boards usually at the tournament. You have to bring your own.
Oh, oh,
You can imagine.
wow.
So, so it's a big pleasure to play in a tournament where they set up the boards and the pieces for you, and they're nice boards. You know, it's not like random plastic sets.
Yeah. But maybe there are not so much chessboard that the chessboard that you use is better than the others, maybe. Little number of chessboard, but good good chessboard.
Yeah. Oh, well, actually, let's talk about Zach's position because he did go Rook D6,
Yeah,
which is a beautiful move, sacrificing the exchange. And he has one of the most gorgeous positions I've ever seen in chess right now. I mean, beautiful. Look at this.
yeah.
And
It sacrificed the
Rook
rook,
played
yeah. W-
Bishop
for
D4,
pushing
which
the
allows Queen takes D6. Oh my God. As soon as I said he has the most beautiful position ever, he blunders a bit, I think.
yeah, maybe because when I saw the game like 2 minutes, oh, he sacrificed the
Yeah,
queen. Oh, because
I think.
taking this in d4, check, rook, and the
Oh, he
rook,
took.
yeah,
Oh no, man. See these guys like these grandmasters, they have so much experience. The
yeah.
guy's blitzing, he has one of the worst positions ever, and you give them one chance and they take it, even if they don't seem like they're in their best shape.
But seems a good end game, I think. Queen versus um, queen versus two rooks and a bishop. No, bishop for the white and the queen for the white against the two rooks. Mm,
But black will also keep their dark squared bishop.
yeah. So now
So it'll be two
it's
rooks for the queen.
it takes in d6, bishop taking d4, check, rook like f1 maybe, bishop taking e1, and oh, it's difficult to protect the pawn for the white,
Yes, exactly.
the d6 pawn, yeah, because
Yeah, d pawn will fall. Hmm.
if he had the black bishop, maybe it's easier to do that, but he lose the bishop after taking the queen.
Yeah. In fact, I mean, I see Valbar says equal, but my instincts would say that black is better in the resulting position because
Mm,
all of white's pawns are on dark squares, they're all weak, and
yeah,
the rooks are very strong, and white's king is going to be open as well once the rooks get to the d file. So now I'm very nervous for Zach because I feel like I feel like this also I think he's going to be very tilted after allowing this because I think he knew of course his position is amazing
yeah.
and now now I think it's going to be a problem. So this is very unfortunate for him. That's a big blunder, bishop d4.
Because he played bishop d4 in this position. Or maybe he would like to play the bishop in b6 before the queen takes. Mm. But there are any
Yeah,
moves
he's
that
giving you the move.
there are any moves that the white could do without taking the queen in this position. Maybe like queen a3 could be.
Yeah, maybe you just have to play the exchange down.
Mm.
Just go queen e3. And then unfortunately you lost your strongest pawn on d6.
Mm.
But white would still have some compensation here because the bishop can go to b6 and covering the d8 square, so you don't let black's rooks activate. And yeah, maybe it won't be so easy for black to use the extra exchange.
Yeah.
Bummer though, bummer. Very unfortunate. Yeah, I had a similar situation in my round
In this
six
tournament?
game, actually.
In
I
this tournament?
was sorry?
In this tournament?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, in
okay.
round six. I was winning my game. I was playing like a beautiful, just absolutely brilliant game. I think one of my best.
Okay.
Like I sacrificed the exchange and then I trapped my opponent's queen in just very nice fashion. And then at the very end, I blundered a trick and forced to allow a draw. It was very
Okay.
sad.
Wow. Wow.
But what can you do? That's chess is very punishing if you're not careful.
You have to be
That's
concentrate from the move one to the last one move.
yeah, you really do. Exactly.
Mm.
As soon as you lose focus, this is when you typically get punished.
Yeah, for example, the match that Zach won yesterday, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. His opponent at 1 minute, okay, made a big mistake, but it's absolutely no sense. Maybe the game could be draw, maybe, but wow. When I saw the king, wow.
Yeah. That was very fortunate. So yeah, some games you win, some games you lose.
Yeah, of course. But it's not losing in this position. You have to play
Um,
all the game, but it's not so easy. It's different from the other games. So,
yeah, he maybe not losing, but I think given his situation, if he doesn't win, it will feel like a loss.
mm,
Because if you think about it, let's say going from a win to a draw is the same as going from a draw to a loss.
mm,
You lose a half point, and yeah, it's a real bummer. But the good thing is that he's taking his time. So he blundered queen d6.
mm,
Very important. What people often do when they blunder is they get upset and then they just react quickly and they start playing fast, which is probably the worst thing you can do if you still have time on the clock. The better thing to do is to pause, accept your mistake, and start thinking new and realize like, okay, maybe you're still in the game as long as you
yeah,
keep fighting.
yeah, but
It's very hard to do, but very
yeah,
important.
it's really hard. For example, I saw yesterday the Olympic Games. Uh, I don't know if you saw that they Italy won against Holland, Netherlands.
Oh wow.
And yeah,
Nice.
the in Anis Giri lose the game against an Italian guy. It's like 25,000. And I
Oh.
saw all the game. Anis drinking the water and shaking his hand and is really not good. And he lose the game because I think
Hmm.
he's really good. He's a really good player, and I think he found that situation a lot of times, but it's really strange to see top GMs doing that things against a 25,000.
Yeah, even the world's best players can do some very, very bad things.
Mm.
It's yeah, happens to everyone basically.
And I also know the Zach opponent because he's from I don't remember if Serbia was or other country,
Yeah, I
but
think
he
Serbia.
he played
Hmm.
a lot of games in Italy, a lot of games, a lot of tournaments in Italy, and he played not against me, but against other people that I know, and he's a very strong player. Yeah, of course, he's a GM, but I don't like too much his opening today, and Zach played very good today. The opening, I love that opening.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Let's see. Looks like Zach. Yeah, still thinking here. Oof. Well, Luca, I should probably run soon, but I just wanted to thank you for doing the commentary last second. You know, we lost our host and you stepped in, so it's
No worry.
very much appreciated of that. Let me give you a shout out in the chat so that people can go follow you.
Thank you, thank
Folks,
you,
Luca is the soon to be #1 Italian chess streamer. So make sure to follow his channel
thank you, thank you,
to support an up and coming
thank you.
streamer. Actually, people don't know we met in the Maya Open recently in Portugal.
Yeah, I said it
So
to your followers
streamer
that
events.
we played a tournament in Maya, but we didn't play during the streamers blitz. I didn't play against you and against Zach.
Mm,
Next time.
that's too bad.
Or maybe I was lucky to don't play against you.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I actually did pretty badly in the in the streamers event, but yeah, it's a shame we didn't get a chance to. There's too many streamers there. There's too many.
Mm,
Although I thought it would be fun if it was a round robin, if everyone played everyone. I
yeah,
thought that would be cool.
yeah. I would like to play against the other streamers, but that's okay.
Yeah, and
I only get 1 point during that tournament, but I played so well against Anna, against Noel, but that's okay.
are you going to be playing OTB anytime soon? Any more
Um,
tournaments for you?
I try to stream other tournaments in Italy, but it's a little different, maybe from the other countries, because sometimes the referee accept that you stream and other times not. So sometimes I played rapid tournaments, not um, long tournaments, but sometimes I played like 1 or 2 tournaments in a year, so not so much.
I see. Gotcha.
Okay, Zach, don't take the queen.
Ah, good.
Doesn't take the
I
queen.
think you went bishop f2. Yeah, bishop f2. Nice move. Attacking h pawn.
Hmm.
And now black will play like queen e7 or something, and then queen g4 or bishop b6. For white, I would want to put my bishop on b6 to stop black's rooks from activating.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, hopefully he gets another chance. I mean, his opponent, of course, is a grandmaster, but he's also playing very fast. And when people play fast, you know, they are very capable of blundering. So
Yeah, or they know the position, but I don't think he knows that exactly position because I
no,
think
definitely.
it's okay.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I don't know.
Hopefully Zach Zach keeps fighting.
Because now oh no, because the black has to move the queen, but what have to move that queen?
Yeah, to me still looks complicated, but I see the bishop f2 maybe wasn't so good. Yeah, unfortunate.
And the black has also a bad bishop in g7.
Right. Oh, okay, some chances still. Well, okay, I'll keep rooting for Zach. I should probably run here, actually get a quick bite. Um, but thank you again, Luca. Hopefully I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Alrighty, I'll get going. Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye 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 bye.
See ya.
Can I go? Okay. Okay, guys. So, so. At the moment, I close the Kostya game to be totally be concentrate on Zach game, and let's see what's happened because it's a really strange match. Really strange match. Okay, now Kostya is attacking this pawn, but I don't think it's enough because I think the black could play queen d2 and maybe that one. Because I think if the black could um, move this bishop to in a good position, the game could be losing by the white, but the white pieces seems better than the black, so Zach have to push all to trying to do something. So let's see what the black do, because I think if the black could play like queen d2 and maybe one of this one, maybe this one and play the bishop in f8, could be great. Okay, queen d2. But Kostya said correctly that the black is playing very fast, so it's really strange. Okay, now if the white take this pawn, can cover this square for the rook, but I don't think it's so good. Maybe because let's see what's happened if he play this one. Can play check, yeah, and maybe here and this one maybe no. Oh, this one. Oh, he couldn't take this pawn. He can't take this pawn because there is a check here and take the rook. So Maybe this one is better, but he lose this pawn. Or maybe play like this to defend this pawn and play this one. Okay, maybe this one seems good because covered this square for the rook, one of two. And after that, he can play the rook in d1. Maybe he can play rook in d1. But after, for example, bishop b6, yeah, of course. I think it's definitely the better one. Absolutely. Defend the pawn and let the white play rook in d1. I hope that Zach could find this move because I don't know if there are if there are any good move like that. Because, for example, play too fast, rook d1 takes here, but I think he can play. Maybe after that one, the black could take in a5, but the white take this because now there isn't the check. Not so easy, not so easy, because now the white couldn't make any mistakes. But for example, we saw the GM made a lot of mistakes, and Kostya said correctly that the people moved too fast, maybe sometimes made any mistake. So let's see what's happened. Okay, now you see the GM is in a winning position, but let's see what's happened. Let's see what's happened. I think the only two moves is one or two. No, sorry. One. Oh, he played King H1. But now I think could be easy for the black playing a rook in D8. And also after, for example, bishop b6, I think it's not a problem. I think it's not a problem. And I also think the black in this position have too many good moves. One, two, of course. And I think this is the best because he can also move the bishop later. Because if he doesn't play this one, the only move that the bishop could do is this, attacking the pawn. Yeah, attacking the queen. Oh, no, seems good. Seems good. But mm, it's not an advantage that the white can took in that position. Because maybe it's like this, the the queen maybe moving this way, this, okay. And now the white can push here, maybe. Let's see if the black will play one of these one. Oh, and the black didn't blitz in this position. Really strange. Really strange. Hmm. A lot of good moves for the black, and now the white has to play every move perfectly. Because I think the next option for the white is taking this pawn because maybe there isn't the check that was before, and now the rook can go, for example, in this square. So let's see what's the plan for the white, because that seems very very easy to play, very easy to play. And after that, it's difficult. It's also difficult find a plan different from like this and this for the white. Hmm. Difficult decision for Zach. Black it's under 1 hour only now, so he has also a lot of time to thinking for the endgame. Wow, 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 wow. And the white have also to find a good move for the queen, because he's it's difficult to play the white queen in a good square in this position, because for example if move here, the white take the bishop, can move the here because the white don't want like to exchange the queens, all these squares too, not so good. I think maybe the only one is playing this and something like this, but not real good decision. Okay, now the black played bishop a6, attacking the pawn. So maybe the only one is bishop a3. It's the only move that defend this and don't allow to take with the queen. Because for example, if the white play this, the black take in f4. Um, Playing moves like this, I don't know if it's so good, because okay, maybe if you play f5. If the black trade here, you can before you have to no, no, this maybe you can trade here and play something like this, but too many moves for the white. Too many moves. But if the black take with this, um, you can also take this and maybe playing something like this and taking here because the black couldn't take because it's a checkmate. It's a check. So. Oh, he played a 5. He played a 5. He would like to go all in, maybe. Okay, maybe this one seems not so good because there is something like this. But if the black take with this pawn, um, if you want to go really all in, you have to play the rook in g1 and push the pawn too. But it's really dangerous. Really dangerous. Maybe Zach could find some bad move that his opponent can do in that position. But for example, we only saw this and this, but I think the black could play other moves. For example, like this one that protect everything and don't allow to the white to attack something, defend this one too. Um, I think this is a really good move. And for example, if the white take this, can take this, and maybe there is something, but I'm not so sure about that. Absolutely not sure. Maybe also the white could find something like this, but it's three moves, so the black could play anyway. F5. But I also think if the white would like to win the game, can play the normal moves because in this position the black is obviously better than the white, of course. So Zach, I think, is trying to find something strange to destroy the position or find something that let his opponent think in too much, but he also had more than 50 minutes, so let's see. But if the g pawn takes, the queen maybe go here to attack the bishop, but oh no, maybe this after that. Nope. Nope. So we saw g takes, that could be okay. That's that this one, but seems okay for the black. but I really loved that one, the queen here. Um, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea for the white in that position pushing the pawn because, okay, he loses this one, of course. But for example, if find a move that seems good, this one pushing here seems not so good. And okay, Zach also have 30 minutes, but I think he will spend more than half time during the next moves because he's he's an position really dangerous. But also, if the black play this, the white could play this one, maybe. Because, for example, if the black take here, the white can take here. Seems good, Queen G4, but oh no, maybe this one. Because if the white play this, the black play this. Mm, not good. The GM is thinking too much today. Not today. After he take an advantage, starting to think too much. But because it's really strange. For example, try to think how to use your time during a tournament. For example, if you start to play a blitz game and you know you are in a bad position because I think he thought he was in a bad position, um, and he continued to play a blitz. After that, he he takes an advantage and took a lot of time. Really strange because normally you have to think when you're in a bad position or when you're in the opening or when you you find something different that you prepared. But he done totally the opposite. He talked only when he taken advantage. Okay, okay. The black played rook a d8. So he would like to take a great advantages in these columns. Maybe would like to play something like this and trade something. But now, what the white can do? Of course, can move the rook in d1. Of course, he can open these files, but I don't know if seems so good. Maybe only this one, because if the black trade here, the white take here with check. Because other moves like taking here, it's not so good anyway, because leave this move available. Mm. Really, 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 really difficult for Zach in this position. And it is also really strange how the black played because he played very bad moves, very bad moves before move. Um, Let me check before the move 23. Bad moves, and after that he played really good moves. The first moves of the engine, he seems like stockfish at the moment. Wow. I think Zach has to think a lot for this move, because I think in the next one, two, three, four maybe moves, the game can change totally. And he needs to be really focused about this position. Um, and I know it's not so good for him, but he needs to be concentrate, like Costa said before, and wow, try to find the correct move, not the correct, the moves that allow to his opponent to make some mistakes. I know it's not so easy doing that, but it's the way for continue the game, I think. So, okay, Zach opponents leave the chessboard, and now I think he's feeling so good with his position. But if you remember the game that played yesterday, Zach, the game finished when one of the player will surrender, not now. So let's see if Zach can made a miracle. I let you know a funny story about what's happened during the tournament a few years ago. My friend was like Zach in that position. No, no, no. Sorry, was like the Zach opponents. So he left the game. So he went to the bathroom. He went to see the opponents' games and something else. And when he come back, his opponents changed the pieces on the chessboard and wrote the moves on the notes, really amazing things. And when the referee, my friend come back, saw a different position and called the referee, of course. And the referee went to the chessboard and said, "Okay, let me see the notes." and so two different notes, and he had to come back on the chessboard when the notes was the same, but when the moves come back, the position was draw. But when my friend left the chessboard, had a really winning position. So it's really, really amazing thing. Really amazing thing. I think that maybe the number two of the most strange things happened during a chess tournament that I played. The number one, of course, is the cheater. That's the number one, of course. Okay, let's see because Zach, he is going under 20 minutes on the clock, and I think now he had to find something or invent something. Because I think the black is also thinking to move this one and checkmating in any way. I don't know which one, but anyway. Wow. Queen takes in d6. Okay, Zach played bishop c5 to attacking the rook. And what can be played in this position? Of course, moving the rook, but I don't think it's a good move. I don't think it's a good move because maybe the white can trade and maybe playing like something like this. And also giving the queen in this way, the white can trade here. Mm, not so easy to understand, but his opponent had too much time to think something. But try to find something like this one that protect everything. Okay, he's losing the rook, change, but this pawn will be losing in not too many moves. And I think the position will collapse absolutely fast. Okay, for a normal people, maybe an easy move in this position is playing like a rook e8, I suppose. But it's not so good for the black playing this. But I don't want to say something, but we saw um, Zach opponents played bad moves. So I don't want to say anything at the moment. Let's see. Um, we saw this one, but I think this one is also good. It's not bad opening the file because it's difficult for the white attacking the king. Okay, maybe after that, playing this, it's totally winning for the black. So let's see what's happened. Let's see what's happened because there is there is one, there is two. Um, Okay, maybe the black and not too many moves in this position. Maybe. And moving something like the oh maybe like something like this. No, maybe something like this it's good because trade and takes here and I think could be a drawing match after that. But I don't think he will do that. It takes, okay. Let's see if the white push all the pawns because he can push in g4 and takes here and playing like a rook g1 attacking the king and play like this and using the bishop too. So many options to the white playing g4, but you know playing g4 it's totally annulling, totally annulling because his rook, his king can be under the black attacks. So not so easy. You have to calculate a lot to doing that move. Other moves could be like g1 to play g4 after. But the white can also play this to playing this without taking the rook. And you say, why you can take the rook? Because if you take the rook, the black could play a good bishop and also add a great attack. And the white bishop in this position is not so good because the white squares, there are the all except this one squares, there are the white squares. So this is not so good, and this is playing so well. So I think the white couldn't have to trade this bishop to this one. Or with the rook, you can say, okay, it's three, it's more valuable than the rook. But if they trade, the white is less than the black two. And after trading this to this, the white has no attacking, have no ideas, no anything. He needs to have the double bishops to making something. So it's important to do that. It's important um, to don't change with the rooks. But playing this seems good. This seems good. The other moves could be this or this. Seems good. The opponent is coming back. Okay, Zach played rook f1. F1. Hmm. I don't understand why f1 because okay, it's not attacking this. This no because the black will play queen g5 and defend the bishop and the pawn too. Hmm. I don't know what's the plan of the white in this position. Okay, the white left this pawn, but it's not necessary for the black playing queen takes in a5 because um, he doesn't need another pawn. He needs to do something more than that. He needs to attacking his opponent and trying to find any any chance to open the files of his opponent, but it's not so easy. Not so easy. It's the I think it's what Zach is trying to do in this position, but it's really, really, really hard to do that. Maybe he has an idea playing the rook in f1. Maybe he would like to play the queen in other case, for example, this, but we saw this one, okay. But maybe he would like to play something like this, and take this. It's a little bit complicated, I know, but I don't know. I don't know. Because maybe if the white push the two pieces on these columns, on this file, I think could be an idea. Could be an idea. Or maybe he would like to play that after that move. Take, take. But giving a check, it's not understandable playing the rook in f1 now. So maybe he had a different idea in his mind. But now it's the time for the black to playing, so he we need to find some good moves for the black. In this position, of course, one of the best I think could be Queen G5 because protect all the moves we saw before. Protect also this one, so seems really good. Playing something like this can be okay because he's attacking this one and this isn't protect because for example bishop g7 queen h5 queen h6, so the white ideas ends after queen h6. So um the black no, the white could also take the rook, I know, but maybe the black could play the rook in f to a8 to e8. So let's see what the black choose to do. Had too many ideas. He can do like what he want, for example. Queen g5. You can also play something like this, or playing like this, or playing like this. Too many ideas for the black. Stefan is thinking a lot because he had too much time, and maybe he would like to um, don't make any mistakes in that position because, okay, the black seems better, but a simple mistakes here could collapse all the situation, all the position, and so maybe he's thinking to find the correct moves to do to don't make any mistakes. Because, for example, playing a move like this, it's not so good because takes, and takes. So he needs to go in g5, in g5. This is really good because protect also this one we said. And it's really bad for the white, this move. Really bad. I hope the black doesn't play this one because it's really, 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 really bad. Let's see um, if the black is thinking to do that move or if he would like to do another move because we said there are a lot of moves that the black could play in this position. And when we talked with Kostya some minutes ago, we said there are not a lot of players that playing this tournament because in the Open A, so the top tournament of Montesilvano, oh, he played the Queen in G5. No, really bad for the white. Really, really, really bad. Because now the black the white has no idea, no plans, couldn't play this because don't want to trade the rooks. Maybe could trade this, but it's not so good because I allow to the black bishop to play in a really good position. It's not important in this position have to the advantage. As an advantage, taking advantage seems taking, for example, a rook with a bishop. It's not important in this position because the position can collapse too fast, and it's more important have to play the active pieces. So it's absolutely better having this bishop and not to trade to the rook because this rook it's absolutely not good for the black at the moment. So he needs to make some tricks like this or this to allow to this rook entering the game. But guys, Zach is under 15 minutes at the moment, so I suppose he's under pressure because he's under the time of his opponent in a bad position, and he had no really good moves to do. Yeah, maybe could make like this to play this, but it's not so good because when the black play this, you can throw the bishop because your bishop is better than uh, than him. So the white have to spend too many moves, too many moves. Maybe could play like rook g1 to push this, but he played rook f1 and playing rook at g1 now seems not so good. I think Zach had had a really better plane, but I don't understand what he's trying to do at the moment. And tomorrow, guys, at 9 a.m. on chess um, countries, there is the last one game that will be played on the morning. On the morning, and let's see if Kostya will win the game because Kostya, I don't know, I don't see the game of the second of the tournament, but I saw he was in a really good position. Yeah, he's also in a really good position. He's 4.7 up against his opponent, so maybe he will win. And so tomorrow, it's if Zach will win, he will win the tournament because he had one half point more than his opponent. But if he will draw, he will draw for the other guy, for the Spanish guy. It's really important to it's really important to win to get the same points, and after that, it's important um, to see the buckles, of course. So Zach is going under the 10 minutes. He is 11 minutes at the moment, 11:11, and he's thinking very much because it's really much important thing. Okay, his opponent is leaving the game anyway for the like the 20th time. Come on, Zach. And the opponents is walking around the other tables. He's trying to see the other players. And now he's come back. He's come back, but Zach didn't play yet. Didn't play yet. Oh, he moved. He moved the bishop in d6. Because if the black trade, now the white can defend the pawn, but it's difficult because the bishop doesn't attack the d8 square, but the black played too fast because maybe he's thinking that Zach had no time and would like to make a lot of pressure about it and move the king in h7. Really good move, I suppose. Um, because maybe he doesn't allow to push g4 to make a trick with a check on g1. But maybe this pawn, this bishop, sorry, can help him to attack the king. But it's not so easy because take, and that he had to play that and that. Oh, okay. Seems strange. Seems strange. Not so easy to understand. That position needs to be calculated to find if it's correct or not. Oh, it takes the rook. Rook, d1. Okay, Zach has one pawn, no, 2 pawn less, but there are 2 pawn on the columns. But the pawn of Zach is not. It's not so bad because this one is defended by the bishop. This one can be attacked by the black. And maybe if trade, okay, trade. So they arrived in a like in an endgame with the opposite bishop, and maybe if they trade the queens, maybe, yeah, of course, he's trying to reach opposite color bishops, maybe, and now seems good because this bishop can check the king, the white king, because for example, if the white move the queen in this way, check, and the bishop can attack the king. So seems good for the white. Okay. The engine said not so good. Ooh, bishop c5. Bishop c5. But I don't think it's played. Oh, maybe would like to do something like that and play the queen in this way. But I'm not sure because it's very long. Oh, e4, okay. Because if the black takes, couldn't do that because takes here. Hmm. Okay, the engine said the black is in a totally winning position. Okay. But I think it's easy to make a mistake in that position. Not so easy, of course. Or maybe bishop takes, queen d7. if takes this, can take this before, because attack this, and this one. But I'm not sure takes queen d7. I'm not sure that the black play this one. Queen c1 check. Oh yeah, queen c1 check, of course. Now it's queen c1 check. Yeah, yeah. You're right. But for example, if this one, okay, queen c1, yeah, of course, can if the black play this to take the bishop, can be draw because they can repeat the moves. It's really difficult that the black play this one because he had 35, 36 minutes and he had all the time to thinking about that move. But for example, oh, the black could play this one. Wow. Wow, really good, this one. This one doesn't allow to take that pawn, doesn't allow to take that pawn. Really bad. And I don't know if this could be good. This one, I don't think, because two pass pawn. Mm. Oh no, take this one, not two pass pawn. Yeah, seems really good this move, but seems too really good that a gem could play in 1 second that move. I don't know. I was thinking, if you play that, there is absolutely nothing for the white. Couldn't play this one to attack the pawn too, because the queen defend the pawn too. Wow. Really, really good move. But this trick to leave the bishop to be attacked, it's, I don't know. I don't know if a GM play queen c1, but let's see. But wait, this one check, this one take, this one. Oh, oh yeah, he played he played this one. Okay, and in a like 1 second, Zach played queen d1 mm, to do that move. But for example, now the black could play this one. And don't forget, oh, this. Don't forget the black could take this pawn. And if he takes this pawn, is 4 pawn up. It's a really, it's really, really bad. Absolutely. But I don't know which moves can the white do in this position because he can't defend this pawn because the only one move is queen a1, but it's really passive move. And the other moves, for example, playing something like this, it's not good. It's absolutely not good because the white can do anything. absolutely can do anything. For example, can play g4 because take en passant, and also lost this pawn, and the black could push these pawns too. Wow. Zach tried to. Oh, he lost the game. He lost the game. Wow, guys. He lost the game. Um, so now Zach has 3.5 points on 8 rounds, and Kostya has 6 on 8 points, or 8 rounds, sorry. Um, so tomorrow at 9.9 half time, um, will be played the last one game between Zach and I don't know which is his opponent, but if Zach will win the game, it's absolutely 100% the winner of the event. If he will draw the game, depends what's his opponent, is the second on the tournament, will do. But thank you guys for today. That's all. Thank you for your support, for your messages, and don't forget to follow the channel, the 3 channels, and see you next time.